Well, we have another bouncy starting grid. Oh no, don't go underneath the voodoo, please. That would be bad. The starting grid's a mess. An AI car drove through it. We're on GTA 5, naturally, for a transform race. This using all sorts. Liam's trying to roll his car before we get underway. Yeah, this using all sorts of different vehicles that we've not raced before or not raced in a very long time. The Voodoo Custom to start us off with just until we get to the first checkpoint. Oh no! Well, I mean, it's been 14 seconds in and someone's upside down. Oh, God. It's been not much longer than that, and someone's had an unfortunate meeting with a civilian car. We're just going to punch our way through that. That's fine. Nothing could go wrong with that. We've actually come out of that relatively well, considering we were pointing. No! No! You sneaky bugger! You used an AI car to kind of fire underneath my truck to stop me from turning. Oh, you're going to get skipped. I'm really sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I did not want to end up getting forced into the AI traffic. I do apologise. Admittedly, you did fire a car underneath me and screw me over, so I think we're kind of... No, not really. Oh, no, don't hit the back of that. Now, a massive missile carrier does not really care for your puny civilian cars. It really, really doesn't care. Okay, it might care a little bit. It might nearly get rolled over sometimes from your puny civilian cars. Well, someone knocked over the lamppost and didn't knock the light out of position. I'm not quite sure how that works, but there we go. Your puny civilian car shall be no man. They don't really even slow us down, most of these. Oh, hello. I might have slightly landed on top of you. The steering is about the least responsive thing in existence. It's about as bad as YouTube support, and it's quite difficult to drive a lot of the time, but it does cause a lot of chaos. So it works fairly well. Now, ramp cars. One of the dangers with the ramp cars, of course, when you're racing closely with somebody, is you can't hit the back of them because you'll scoop them up and probably spin them around. So we'll try and avoid that. Oh, it does do fairly well. Did we just... I don't quite understand how that one works. I went round a corner, lightly brushed the side of a vehicle, and somehow managed to roll it over. I don't even think it was with the scoop part of my car. Oh, wow, that one there didn't scoop very well. I have a feeling that was I just tapped it with my wheel, and that was it. It was over. And then we're on to bikes. There is a crossover point coming up here that I'm hoping I'm going to be far enough ahead of, because we would get hit. We are not in ghost mode through that crossover point, and then yeah, we're onto a police bike because it's an option in a transform race that we've not seen. I doubt we've ever used a police bike in a race. It certainly wouldn't be able to be used in the older races, so I don't think it would have ever been used. Yeah, we race into some oncoming traffic for reasons of difficulty. Essentially, we jump off the motorway, and then we are heading back towards the start-finish line where we'll become a Voodoo once more. It's a tour of GTA 5 in an eccentric collection of... Well, that's a bit of an unfortunate... I was expecting there to be some shenanigans in terms of the transition there. Other people did not quite expect it as much. Like, I was already slowing down, realising the Voodoo wasn't going to turn as well as the bike. Right, we have got dump trucks now. Muri's got an awful lot of speed coming down towards this corner. Please turn, please turn, please turn. Right, we're not going to be able to sneak up the inside, of course, no point. Don't really want to be fighting too wide heading up towards this back stretch. We're going to get a civilian car in the... Well, oh, that's some fun lag right there. I'm very sorry, everybody. Again, oh... He's got screwed by an AI car getting stuck under... Those AI cars are more of a trouble for the dump truck than I expected. Like, they really will screw the dump truck up because they get stuck underneath the wheels and you just sort of stop all sorts of turning. Well, no, that's a tree. Admittedly, the armoured vehicle does not care for cars. Your puny civilian cars are completely irrelevant to the giant... I don't actually know if it is armoured itself, but certainly giant missile-carrying car. My camera's got screwed. No, don't crash into me there. I was about to make the joke about the trees and the standing up, and then we found another indestructible post. Look, GTA 5 is GTA 5. Don't do it, Reese. Don't you dare. It's offensive blue and offensive... Well, it's offensive blue and orange. The great Blorange is back. I was hoping Reese was going to get lifted up by crashing over that car and I could roll him. But no. That was not to be. I mean, not that I'd do that at all, intentionally, accidentally, on purpose. Right, we are into a ramp car. Let us try and run away from everything. No, Reese, please don't nudge us. Please don't nudge us. No! That's what, like, it's literally, you get touched, even like unintentionally. I mean, we should actually wait up for us in that one. Even like an unintentional touch, the slightest brush of the rear of these lifts them up. And I think perhaps with the way that the front of the car, you know, with the way that the ramp is on this, that tiny touch, and the ramp maybe connects with the floor, and you just go round, and there is just nothing that can be done. Oh, 2 people died. I don't know quite how they managed that one. Either they ran over too many cars, or it's genuinely peculiar. Oh well, I mean, Ninetales is a million miles out in front. We were briefly catching until me and Reese started fighting each other. Oh, that's a good wall ride. Well held. Got away with it. Only just. Now, racing to oncoming traffic. Thankfully, bikes have a million miles of grip, and you can get away with changing direction very quickly, very easily. No! Ow! I mean, you can get away with changing direction very quickly and very easily. However, when an AI car turns and just goes full, like, handbrake across the road, there is only so much that can be done. I think Hellcat was waiting up. I mean, like, he gave me a nudge, but we also were not expecting an AI car to be a dopey bugger. But there we go. So, yeah, oh, Ninetales missed a checkpoint. We're leading the race! Quick! Make the most of the opportunity! We are leading the race as we go into a dump truck once more. Now, we shouldn't have too much in the way of company this time around. Heading... Oh, we got a lamppost stuck underneath our vehicle again. It's been a strange theme in this one. Lampposts, general bits of scenery getting in the way of very, very large vehicles. Do we go for an area? Oh, we didn't get enough airtime. Disappointing. When you take a jump in the dump truck, you expect a good amount of airtime, not a piddly amount. God dear. Now, be aware of the trees. Trees are mean. Cars are irrelevant, but trees are mean. In fact, cars are a better way of turning than the steering on this, I think. Oh, well, Ninetales is very wide. Ninetales is in a hotel, I think. And, excuse me, don't mind me. Oh, no, which I'll just climb over you, that's fine. If we could just leave you there. Yeah, if you bump a car at a right angle with these, or at the correct angle, not necessarily a right angle, but yeah, you nudge a car, it'll actually help you get turned, because yeah, you turn in and it takes about 3 years and then it responds to your initial input. Thankfully, at least it gets straightened up fairly well. Thankfully, it doesn't take too long to get straightened up. Now, to the ramp car we go. Probably one of the best driving outside of the bike. He's got silly amounts of grip as well. I wasn't expecting to say I was leading the race this lap around, but there we go. What do we got? 3, 5, 6. So, well, we'll have a little bit of a breather. The catch-up will inevitably bring people back towards us unless they trip over themselves. In a race like this, where there is an awful lot of interesting vehicles going on, it's very easy to trip over yourself. Very, very easy to trip over yourself, do something dopey, and get in a lot of trouble. Or, in my case, I fear we're going to get ramp card at the crossover point. Ooh. Okay, no, we're fine. I think, thankfully, where the ramp cars are going is kind of bending away from where the bikes are going, so you're not too likely to get ramp card. We are going to soon have a 3-way battle for the lead, which is, I mean, not a bad thing. There we go, our lead has gone. I'm going to stay out of the way of the potential dangerous AI changing of direction, random handbraking on the motorway section, because you know that's just what you want to be dealing with. Nope, not going to find a way past that. I don't know if this is the final lap or quite what lap number we are. Yeah, this is on to the final lap. Oh, tree again. How many voodoos do we reckon have ended up in the trees or that building? It's, I think, because often when you are in a vehicle, it kind of when you get changed into it, you keep the heading that you are. When we get changed into voodoo, we don't keep the heading really very well. It's kind of spawning it in, but sort of skidding sideways. So you've got to be quite slow through all of that. Ninetales has nicked a lamppost. What are you going to do with that? You're going to sort of shove it under someone's wheels in the hope that they'll get in trouble. Oh no, that's not what I needed right there. Oi, thank you for the nudge. You got me going. There was I was committed to trying to go around the outside, and it didn't really work. Now it's a 4-way battle for the lead. 4 missile carriers. This is not a sight you see every day. I mean, it's a sight you see every day in GTA 5 FailRace edition, perhaps. But There's just explosion. That's going to go so badly wrong. I can sense. Oh! How are we still all pointing the right way? How have we not all horrendously exploded? Yes, push the cavalcade underneath an opponent. That seems like the right thing to do. Oh no, where are you going? You're a moron! Why would, if you saw a missile carrier heading towards you at full speed with 3 other missile carriers around it, would you swerve in front of the bugger? That might be the stupidest AI I've ever seen. Possibly. I'm not sure. Oh, well, this is not where you... I didn't realise this was a crossover point. Yeah, if you've had a really bad race, you'll end up in dump trucks heading towards... I think you'll be in ghost mode, so you might get away with it. But yeah, you'll be in dump trucks heading towards flip cars. Oh! Tried to catch it, sort of caught it, sort of just spun it off the side of me in all of that. Oh, God. I'm trying not to make that silly mistake that we talked about. I'm trying not to be the one to goof it up. I was actually doing a pretty good job of pulling away. Got a lot of speed out of that flip car, and I don't know if, well, without an ample amount of catch up, I don't think I'm actually going to be able to catch. I was just that teensy bit more cautious than I guess I realised I was being. So yeah, make a catch up now would be good. Make a catch up now would be good. I'm going to go around the outside of all the traffic. Hope for a mistake is about the only thing I've got going. We are not going to be under threat from anyone behind, but we are not going to be close enough to do anything about the victory. Fair play, I was too slow in the ramp car. It turns out through all of that, we gave it a damn good go. What a mad race all of that one was. Second place, however, is not too bad. I think some of the missile carriers are having an argument that we're further down the order. Funnily enough, they're not the greatest vehicles in terms of handling, maneuverability, speed. The destruction they're pretty good at, I guess. They get bonus points for the sheer level of destruction. I enjoyed myself. I had a very good race in all of that. Just going to have a look at lap time. Stevie get fastest, 2:37, 2:44 for me, but of course catch-up will probably vary some lap times and all of that. Yeah, and trying not to goof it up entirely, I should have been a bit quicker. Was hoping for a bit of a tow from catch-up, but there we go. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and of course a big thank you to Reese for building the map. Until next time, though, a goodbye.